How's it going, lads? Data 782 here with episode 1 of Season 2, the one and only episode of Season 2 of rebuilding the lowest rated team in Italy, Trapani Calcio. In Season 1, we challenged for promotion. We just fell short. We went to the promotion playoff and we lost in the semi-final to Perugia. And we did not get promoted, so we're back in Serie B. So no chance I wanted to go through a whole another 30-plus game season with this Serie B team when I have players who are going to be growing into 80 overalls. I was ready to call it quits on this series, but a couple comments that I'll just showcase here on the screen from GRB Gaming and Chris Chong. And what I'm going to do is pretty much just simulate this entire year, and every week off screen I'll just continue to do my training. I'm going to probably buy one or two players. I'll get a bunch of other players on loan just to fill in the spots, but pretty much I'm going to continue to train Van der Voort, Armini, Hoiver, Piccoli, and even maybe Tolomello, Danca. I don't have many players who are mine. Pagliarulo is leaving, Stancampiano is leaving, Jakumovski is leaving, so I'll have to fill in those spots with some loan players, but really I only have $3 million, so I'm going to do some things here. I'm going to go through the preseason games. We're going to try to get some money. I'm going to do some training. I'll be back in a few days once the group stage is done, and I'll give you a little update to who I've bought, who I'm looking to get, and what I've been doing in the training. So I'll keep you closely apprised to what is going on, but I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff off screen just to burn through this season and try to get this episode done quickly so we can jump into season 3, hopefully in Serie A if we can get promoted, unless the EA system of the simulating here doesn't want to let me win games. So I'll see you in just a few moments. So here we are in the semifinals of this European International Cup. We are really struggling for money because here's a move that I made. I got on loan from Real Madrid this guy Soro, 21 years old, right mid. He is the best player on this team pretty much. He's a very speedy guy on the wing. I also got this guy Bennett's on loan from somewhere in Germany, I think. And he is 64 overall, left mid, right mid, left back, all that good stuff. Now, those guys, I accidentally took them 100% on their loan cost. So this guy's costing me like $7,000 a week. This guy's costing me like $8,000 a week. So my transfer budget is down to like 1 million euros. And that's a bit of a struggle because I want to sign a couple guys. I'm still trying to fill the rest of my squad because this team, there has to be a team, right? Look, these are the subs, these are the reserves. So it's pretty tight. In the semifinals here, let's try and get Cupiz can come in, who has some energy. Put Luke Berini in there. I have like no other center backs. Biabiani and Nzola, I don't know. Let's just try that out and see if we can get the semifinals. We need to just keep winning so that we can get money, because if not, it's going to be a rough season. Up against, what's his team name? Groningen? Perfect. Here we go. Showtime, and we win 3-1. Luperini, when I put him in, he got it done. Perfect. So we're moving to the finals, and we get some more cash in our pockets. That's all that matters. Tournament prize money, come on, 800,000 euros, which puts us up to 1.84 million with 5k wage budget. I'd love to get around 2.2 so I can go get, there's a striker on Inter that I'd love to get, but we really need to fill in spots like center back and stuff like that. But here we are in the final against AJ Auxerre on my birthday. How about that? And a 2-0 victory. Piccoli injured though, yikes. 2-0 victory. We get the money, but we lose Piccoli. So, how long is he going to be out? We get another 1.2 mil. Perfect. But, okay, only 2 days. Dead leg calf. Classic. So, with all that money, we don't play until August 9th. So, I'm going to continue to make some changes. And I'll see you at August 9th after I do some more acquisitions and player training. So now up at August 9th for this Coppa Italia match. Here is an update of who we have gotten on this squad. Esposito, Sebastiano Esposito from Inter Milan, 18 years old, 70 overall striker with great potential. Happy to get him from Inter. There's a lot of good players on that team, so I wouldn't be surprised if he would come here and want to build something new. We have, of course, Soro, Armini at 76, Hoiver at 74. Van der Voort is up to an 80 overall at the age of 18, which is just ludicrous. The scouting system's pretty broken. We still need to fill in more spots. I got this guy, Schaffelberg, 18 years old, 62 overall from free agency, a Canadian center defensive mid, pretty well-rounded player. Now, in my wages here, I don't want to make any more transfers, but I do want to buy players. I have 16,000 euros if I just go on wage budget, trying to sign more free agents just to fill the spots, because I need to have a competitive team as well. I want to sim this season, but I also want to get promoted, so I really got to have maybe like a better, more defense, better midfield, good subs. I gotta have a better team, so I'm gonna keep working on that. I'll start simulating through these matches. Thus far, with all the training and everything, attribute growth, Vandervoort's up to an 80 like we said, Armini, Sconamilo, Hoiver, Schaffelberg, Aloy, Piccoli, and Esposito have all grown 1 attribute point. So I'm going to keep working on that. Let's see what we can do here in the Coppa Italia match. If we do make it further, it gives us small amounts of money, so I wouldn't mind if we could win a few of these against Bologna here, and they shame us 3-0. 2 from Riccardo Orsolini. So I guess that's it for the Coppa Italia. I don't need to worry about that, boys. Made it to the semi-finals last year, and this year not even close. Transfer offer for Castrati. I need that backup goalie, no? And what does Danka say? Guess there's gonna be a next time. Guess so, bro. You want you want a 61 overall guy to be playing in a cup match? I don't think so. My Albanian backup goalie? Nah, I should definitely keep him. So I'm gonna keep working on this. We won't have a match until the league begins, which will be at the end of the month here. So I'll see you for match number 1 to finish off the transfer window, and then we'll take a nice little jump to the winter transfer window. Here at August 31st, the squad's ready to go. Biabiani is starting because he begged for it, so let's do it against Chiavari. Game number 1 of Season 2 here in Serie B. This first step to promotion. Let's go. We got to beat these guys. There we go. 3-1 victory. Luperini, Biabiani, and Piccoli score goals for us. 3-1. So I will continue to do all my training. I'm just going to get through transfer deadline day, quickly show you all of the attributes. Dybala went from Juventus to Real Madrid for 111 million euros. That's crazy stuff. As I said before, I'm just looking to sign free agents now, so the deadline, there's nothing special about it for me, so I'm happy to just fly through it ASAP. 380k for Coupes, I'll pass. I'll need him for this season. I need pretty much everyone for this season. I don't think I can afford selling anybody. I sold Del Prete, but he was just about to retire anyways, got 100,000 euros. Alright, let's see. Any injuries here? Oh, no injuries. Alright, so manager of the month. Cool, we made it, boys. First Manager of the Month award. Didn't even do anything. The season just started, as well as a Youth Squad monthly report. So scouting, I sent out my scout to Italy. No one that special. This guy looks good. I don't even have the transfer budgets available. What? How come I don't have the transfer budget? I can just fix it up though, I think. So most of these guys I'm just going to continue to scout. I'll reject the guy who has like 72 potential. This guy with 71 potential I'll reject. Everyone else I will just continue, this guy too, to keep scouting, and then next month when it's the last month of scouting I'll figure out who I can sign. I did sign one person to the youth squad. I think he's a winger, yeah, left wing. Alessandro Russo. He is 53 overall, potential between 71 and 91. So that's pretty good for this squad. I will take it. Biabiani's happy, great stuff, keep him up there. I don't know how long he's going to be on this squad, but we got to keep him for now. So I will see you at the winter transfer window on July 1st. Until we get there, here's what I will leave you off with the attributes here. Vandervoort is up to an 81 overall, what a monster. Piccoli 74, Esposito 71, up 2 overalls. Castrati, Armini, Sconamilo, Mio, Hoiver, Tolomello, Schaffelberg, Danka, and Aloy are all up 1 attribute point. So I will see you on January 1st. So here on January 1st, we are second in the table, 1 point behind Brescia, 1 point ahead of Lecce. It's pretty tight, but we have 55 points in 21 games. Looking at the squad hub here of people who have grown over the past months, Vandervoort at an 82 overall. Esposito has grown 5 overall. He's now a 74 overall. Sebastiano, he's looking very nice. He has 8 goals and 4 assists in 17 appearances. Armini is up at the 79. Piccoli 76. Vandervoort 82. This guy Hakim Orusama from Togo, who I got as a free agent, from a 62 to a 65, which is is nice. This other guy, Christos Bouzoukis from Greece, from 60 to 62. Hoiver at a 75, Tolomelo 69, Schaffelberg 63, Aloy 70. Some decent growth from a lot of people. Oger 69, we knew that. And I'm going to continue to do that. Now that it is January, I'm looking for free transfers for next season to try and use that 20,000-ish euros of wage budget. I do have some people in the youth squad. I have 3 players. I don't know if I want to send my scout out again. That'll cost 100k. I have a goalie, a winger, and a cam prospect. Somewhat decent potential. They've dropped from what they were when I first signed them. But yeah, we're looking all right. I'm going to try to get some people on free transfers. I will see you when it's closer to the end of the season, when there's only maybe a few matches left, and it's going to be a tight finish. But here in the transfer window, I do not anticipate that I will be buying anyone or selling anyone. If I do, I will check in with you. After transfer deadline day here, I did end up making a little bit of a move. Biabiani is happy. That's great. Influential. Great job. 68 overall. He's still alive. I got offered the manager position at Spal. That's pretty crazy. I can't even see their lineup or anything. Why would I take that? Goodbye, Spal. And Youth Squad monthly report. Training injury was just for a week. These guys aren't doing so hot. Maybe I should be training them more, but I'd rather be dedicating my training time to players who I know are going to grow. Anyways, for transfers, I got one guy on a free transfer for next season. Jordan Shipley, a 68 overall CM cam left wing, 23 years old, from Ireland. Nothing too crazy, but just a nice piece to have for next season for some center mid depth. I tried to get this guy, Luke Amos, from Spurs. He was willing to come. He had good stats, 70 overall, 23 years old. But I offered him, listen to this, 8,500 euros a week. No one on my team is making close to that. That would be a huge chunk of my budget, but because he was making 30,000 at the Spurs, he did not want to come over for 8,500. Aloy is 24 years old. He hasn't had the little squiggly green mark going up, which means that he'll get higher points for training in since our first season, so for a year and a half or something. But now it just magically reappeared. Meanwhile, Van de Voort, who's 83 overall, 18 years old, has no longer has the dynamic potential. He just magically lost it. So how does one regain or lose dynamic potential? Gain, regain, lose, re-lose. What is the criteria? This guy drank Michael Jordan's special water from Space Jam before the game, and he gets dynamic potential. But this guy is slow because he ate a bag of Doritos. What do you want me to say? It doesn't really make any sense, this whole training system. You take advantage. If I wanted to train every single session for this guy, Hakim Urusama, I could have him at an 80 overall right now if I gave him every single session, every single season. Oh, and I also got this guy on loan, 68 overall, 22-year-old center back. He looks pretty solid. He's just on a short loan, so happy to have another defenseman here, especially since Hoiver just got injured, for example, so he slots in nicely. So I will now see you the next time when the season is just about over, and we'll see if we can get automatic promotion or if we'll have to go to a playoff. Here on April 24th of 2021, 2 games left in the regular season here is Serie B. We are currently in 3rd place. We have 1 game in hand on Lecce, 1 point behind them. So a couple of wins would be huge. A couple of wins would get us promoted, guaranteed. So here's the second to last game. We win 3-0, huge. Armini, Soro, and Nzola. Soro has been huge this season, so getting him on loan from Real Madrid has been an absolute game changer for us. We would not be where we are without him. He is one of the leading scorers in the league with 21 goals. So here we are, May 1st, 2021, a win against Livorno would guarantee a promotion to Serie A with Brescia, and that would leave everyone else in the playoff. If we lose, then Lecce has the opportunity to pass us, but if we draw, I believe we would go ahead on the goal differential. So our squad is looking pretty nice. Look at all these overalls that have grown. This is a very good team, and we got to get this win against Livorno, boys. Let's get it. Are we getting promoted to Serie A for Season 3? Yes, we are, with 2 goals from Roberto Piccoli and 1 from Moses Oger. Trapani has been promoted to Serie A with a 100-point campaign. A great season for Trapani. What a year. Brescia just a bit better with Balotelli and everybody. We had 32 wins, 4 draws, and only 2 losses. 85 goals for, only 19 goals against. Look at those numbers. We were the best team in the league defensively, with Martin van der Voort in nets and Nicola Armini standing tall on defense. So I'm going to continue simulating, of course, to the end of the year, keep doing all my trainings, and I sent out another scout to Brazil now. So besides that, we got to start looking at who we're going to get with all this new money that we have, either on loan or on purchases, as we got to be competitive in Serie A. We wrap up the season with a 23-game unbeaten streak. Crazy that our last loss was 23 games ago. What a year for the boys in Sicily. Okay, tournament prize money, please. How much money do we get for getting promoted? Okay, I think we only get 1.6 from Serie B, but I really hope we get paid money when we get promoted to Serie A. TV deals, jersey deals, whatever. Come on, we need like a good 20 million euro boost. Here's the board. We're not on track with financial and youth development. I could win the Champions League and you still say that I'm not on track just because 5 youth academy players. Are you gonna give me the money to send my scouts all over the world to find 5 youth academy players? 0 out of 5, no kidding. I did your 3-on-3 for the short term, no problem. I got 19. You wanted 5 matches? I got 19 matches. You wanted me to finish mid-table. I got promoted just because I didn't reach the round of 32 of the Coppa Italia. And you wanted 3 million profit at the end of, well, how can I get 3 million profit if I have no one to sell? Even if I sold my best players, I'd get 200,000. I think. Do you want me to be competitive and get promoted, or do you want me to sell my players and make 3 million profit? It's always such a broken thing with the board. You could win the treble and they'd still come to you and say, hey, listen, that I remember I wanted you to sell out the popcorn stands. Hey, we're not on track. And then you're gonna get sacked. What are you gonna do? Okay, youth squad monthly report. It's just this guy now because I promoted the goalie and the winger, Bruno and Russo. So we're just gonna keep going through. It's June now, I guess. We'll finish off June and we'll get into the summer transfer window in July. Alright, let's end the season here. End of season review. Hey, we didn't achieve all our objectives, but it was a satisfactory performance. We hope to do even better next year. Yeah, thanks Trapani board. You guys kill me. Better be loading my pockets with euros. Preseason friendlies, I'm gonna get all my money through here, I guess, since the greedy board doesn't want to give me anything. Definitely go for the hardest one, as always. 4.75 million would be fantastic. No even teams. I don't recognize any of these teams, so why not? 3.5 star difficulty. Load me up with some cash. Let's see what the board has to say. European International Cup, yeah, let's see it. What is our wage budget for our first year in Serie A? 4.6 million euros. If we can win that competition, or at least do well in it, we're close to 5. We'll be around 9.5 million euros. So the thing we got to figure out now is what we're going to do with this squad, because we could sell 1 or 2 pieces and start making some decent money. If we go to financial here, look at Van der Voort, for example. 30 million he's worth. I don't want to sell Van der Voort, but let's say a guy like, I don't know, like one of my center mids, Aloy, Tolomello, or Oger, all between 3 and 4 million. Nzola is worth 2.2 million, but he is still young, only 24 years old. Mbala Nzola. I'm not really sold on selling people unless I could guarantee a good replacement. Like, I wouldn't sell Strandberg. He's worth 1 million unless I could really get a good center back locked down. Biabiani is not worth selling. Might as well just keep him along for the ride. Then these guys aren't really worth much down the road here. Luperini, 650k, maybe wouldn't be bad to sell. Sconamilo, he didn't play much at all. Same with Canino. Maybe I'd sell these guys, but it's tough. Maybe Cupiz, since he's the oldest, 31 years old. I guess I could, yeah, you know what, I'll put him on the transfer list since I have Russo here as well, and I got a new Brazilian left mid in my youth academy. But aside from that, I don't think there's going to be any selling or loaning of any kind, because my players that I have, like Soro and Bennett, whoever, their loans are about to finish. So I'll figure that out in a moment once they leave. But for now, I'm going to start training and continue to send out scouts looking for players, because we still have until probably sometime in August. Yeah, we have until August 8th against Frosinone to figure this out before episode 1 of season 3 will begin next time. Here in the final of this European International Cup, we draw 1-1 and lose on penalties. We've still got a good amount of money throughout the tournament, as well as I believe we're about to sell Kupis for 350,000 euros whenever that deal goes through. And I'm just getting some final scouting reports on some free agents here. Definitely got to use free agency to your advantage. This guy Tom Wise looks pretty solid. Try and sign him later on. Stuart Hart, I'll pass on him. Bastoni, this guy looks good actually. 61 overall, 61 overall, 17 years old. So I will work on that. There's still some guys that I'm scouting as well along the way. But oh my goodness, look at this guy. Look at these stats for a free agent. Sheesh. The scouts got to keep uncovering these people for me. So Kupis has been sold, and now this guy Komar did sign on, the free agent who looked to have great stats. I didn't even wait to get him uncovered because he just looked too good. I didn't want anyone else to snatch him up. So let's figure out how good he is. I signed another couple other free agents. Let's go to the squad hub, sorting by, let's go sorting by value. Komar, he is 63 overall, 18 years old, worth 750k already, so that is pretty solid. He has 4-star skill moves, good speed, good agility. His passing could definitely be better, 75 ball control. So yeah, decent stats for a free agent, very good. I'm happy to get him. Speaking of other free agents, I also signed Tom Wise here, a center back, 18 years old, decent speed, good strength at 80. He'll definitely grow a bit better. And this guy Alex Bastoni, who I'm pretty excited to get, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves for a 17-year-old center back. He's pretty well rounded. I'm looking forward to growing him as well. So the team continues to get a little bit better. And now we got to figure out, now that tournament is over and everything, we have 7.8, about $8 million, 8 million euros to work with if we have about 26,000 in the wage budgets. So we got to figure out what are we going to do with those. So here's how the team currently shapes up. First team, Ben David on the left and Nzola on the right. I'd prefer to improve that. If I get a real right mid, a real left mid. Center back, I'd like to get a real like first team quality center back, and Strandberg can become more of a backup role. The center mids are pretty solid. We have Shipley as well. Luperini's getting a bit old, but Orusama is growing. Schaffelberg, not bad. We have some good prospects. Defense, we're pretty stacked on prospects, so I wouldn't mind probably selling either Canino or Sconamilo. I'm going to sell Sconamilo, I think. He's 27, 65 overall, which isn't bad, but Wise and Bastoni will quickly surpass that. And so I'm going to try to sell Sconamilo. I'm going to look to get possibly a first-team center back, high 70s, and a right mid as well. So here we are, August 8th, 2021, starting off season number 3. It'll be round number 2 of the Coppa Italia up against Frosinone. That's going to be the kickoff next episode. So the only changes that I've made since last speaking to you 2 seconds ago was that I went ahead and bought a new center back right here. Walkukiewicz from Poland. He's a great center back, 73 overall, 21 years old, cost me 4.75 million euros. A bit costly. I wanted to get someone in the high 70s. That would have been my whole transfer budget, so I didn't go for that. He has good strength, good physical, decent speed, heading accuracy, all that good stuff. So he slots in where Strandberg was going. He becomes my new number 1, and then Grillo drops down here, and Strandberg becomes the guy in the subs. Biabiani down to a 67. Armini is up at an 81. I'm still working. Oh, Shipley's up to a 70. I'll go check that out. I sold Sconamilo for 565,000 euros, so that leaves my current transfer budget at, if I change it, around 3.5 million euros. So I'm trying to get a new right mid. It's gonna be tough with that money. I might try and get Soro back on loan again. He would be a nice guy to have on my wing for the whole season. He is loan listed, so I'm looking into that. But that's still gonna take a few more days of scouting, as I'm still getting reports back on other right mids. Van de Voort, man, he's worth 35.5 million. I could sell him for 40+ million. Biabiani down to 67, like we said. If you saw last year's improvement improvements plus this year's. I wish it carried over. You'd see Armini has been up he's up like 8 overall. Stefano Esposito went up from like a 67 to a 78 now. His shot power has gone up by like 12. It's now at 82. So you can't see everything what it was, but look at what it is now. 84 finishing, 82 shot power, 76 volleys, 75 ball control. It's all looking good. Piccoli up at an 80 overall. He has great shot power at 85, short passing, finishing at 93. He has some very tempting stats as well. Shipley's at a 70, Tolomello at a 72. He's growing very nicely. Sebastian Walkiewicz, like we just said, good interception, stand tackle, blah, blah, blah. We'll be training him as well. Armini at an 81. He has 90 stand tackling, 88 slide tackling, 87 defensive awareness. So he's a rock down the middle. Van der Voort at 90 reflexes, 90 diving. And Alberto Bruno, our youth squad goalie, who has been signed. He'll probably be our backup. I don't think our other goalie will get much playing time, if any at all. Castrati, maybe I should sell him. He is worth, I could probably sell him for like 700,000 euros. So it wouldn't be a bad move probably to sell the Albanian here, Castrati, and just keep Bruno as my backup, since Van der Voort would be playing most of the games. Bruno would only be playing Coppa Italia games. But even then, he'd probably know Van der Voort would play those. Bruno would get some Serie A time. So I need to continue to train him, probably, hopefully, into the 70s to keep him in good form. So there are some upset people here. Shipley wants to be getting more time on the pitch, Luperini, everybody. But once we start having more games and I need to get the second squad in, the second squad will look something like this, which is obviously not great because I still don't have a right mid for Schaffelberg here. I need to find someone who can play. I can get a couple right mids. Luperini can play right mid, actually, so maybe he would go there. Yeah, that would be more like the second squad. So not that great of a second squad, but once I get a couple more people on loan, it'll be looking a little bit more improved. That'll be for next time though, because in season 3 episode 1 we will kick it off against Frosinone in the Coppa Italia. So we made it, boys. We are in Serie A. It is season 3 of fixing the lowest rated team in Italy. We've gone from the bottom of Serie B to almost promoted to promoted, and now we are a team in the top flight of Italy here in Serie A. And our goal, although it's going to be tough, we want to win the Scudetto as soon as possible. So it could take a few years still, but we're going to be trying our best this season. After our match against Frosinone, we'll have matches against Atalanta and Udinese to finish off the transfer window before heading into the rest of the season here in September. Looks like Lecce is the team that got promoted with us and Brescia. So those will be the Serie B teams this year that are in Serie A. So that's it for this one, boys. If you have any suggestions on the team, on the squad, and what I should do with youth or money or whatever else, please let me know. The youth academy is looking pretty decent. I have both these guys with decent potential. Dennis Moraes from Brazil looks like a pretty solid prospect right there. He's a left mid. So I'll see you in the next one when we kick off season 3 of trying to rebuild Trapani to the best of our abilities. I like our first squad very much. I think that we are making good progress. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, putting out daily content on the channel between NHL, FIFA, and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. Leave me your comments and I will do my best to incorporate them, and I will see you in the next one for season 3 in Trapani.